PPC advertising has been around for a while now and has established itself as the primary model for advertising on the web. Of course, PPC advertising is pay-per-click advertising, which basically means that you pay only as an advertiser when someone actually clicks on your ad. This is different from paying for a fixed spot in a magazine or on a website because you only pay when your ad generates views. For the advertiser, this is a very good deal because it essentially means that you only pay when you're successful. An advert that sits on a website not attracting any clicks will actually cost you nothing. And you'll be able to ensure that you get a very high ROI, return on investment. This is even more true if you use CPA advertising, which in many ways is a natural evolution of PPC. CPA actually stands for cost per action, or cost per acquisition. In this sense, you only pay for an ad that converts, giving you guaranteed returns on that investment. Well, in reality, you'll still sometimes pay per click, but even then, CPA gives you a figure for how much each action is costing you, allowing you to calculate your precise profit margin. This is the metric that every advertiser should be most interested in. Essentially, this is the point at which the ad becomes profitable. And if you only pay for that, then you have a situation where everyone is guaranteed to win. CPA is a relatively new form of PPC, but it's one that's rapidly catching on for obvious reasons. If you want to evolve your current marketing campaign in a way that can only improve your ROI, and you want to get one step ahead of the competition, then this is something you should be learning. And if that's your plan, then you've come to the right place. This video series will serve as your masterclass in CPA marketing, and will show you how to get set up, how to stack the cards in your favor, and how to scale up your operation for gigantic profits. So, buckle up and let's take a dive into the complex world of CPA marketing. And we'll start in the next video. We've already touched very briefly on the concept of CPA marketing, but what does this term mean in detail? To start with, let's ask the simple question. What is an action? What is an acquisition? Another term that can be used synonymously with these two is conversion. And if you've ever heard of a call to action, then this basically describes the same thing. A call to action is a call to do the thing you want your audience to do, which in the vast majority of cases is to buy a product or sign up to a mailing list. So with CPA marketing, you would first set up your goal or your action, and then you would set up tracking so that you only paid when that thing happened. So for instance, if someone were to click on your advert, get taken to your website, and then buy your product, you would get charged. But if they were to click on your advert and then leave, you wouldn't get charged anything at all. As you might imagine, this is a rather positive situation for you as an advertiser. You see, a click on its own does not guarantee any value for you. If someone clicks on your PPC advert, goes to your website and then is unimpressed with your products and services on offer, you'll have paid for that click and received nothing in return. On the other hand though, if you're only paying for each action, then you will be earning money for every time someone clicks on the advert. So if you can work out that you get $20 for every purchase of your ebook and you're only paying $1 for your CPA, then you know that every click on your advert will earn you $19. This works very well for you because you know you're getting money out of your advertising campaign, and it works very well from the advertiser who's getting paid for your business. Now, here's the thing. CPA marketing doesn't always mean that you pay only when someone buys your product. In fact, that's relatively rare. Instead, with CPA, you will still normally pay per click. That's what makes this, still a form of PPC advertising, other than the simple fact that the two are very similar and it's convenient to describe them with the same term. So if you're paying per click, how is that CPA at all? Well, basically, the advertising platform will give you the ability to break down the information and to see when you're actually gaining an acquisition. What this means is you can look at the percentage of clicks that are resulting in an acquisition, and you can see what you're paying for each of those clicks. So if you're paying $1 for every 100 clicks, and 1 in every 400 people buys your product, then you know that you have a cost per action of $4. Is this a concrete and reliable number? While you might worry that this figure is based purely on trends, for any big business that's going to be good enough. If you're getting thousands of clicks a day, and the average is calculated on that data, then it is almost always going to hold true. Sure, you'll sometimes see a little deviation from this average as the cost goes up and down, but overall it's going to even out over the long term. This is in fact just the same way that a casino works. They play the odds, but because those odds are on such a large scale and they are slightly tipped in favor of the house, they can still accurately predict their revenue. So now you may be wondering how CPA would work. What is this black magic that allows an advertiser to know whether or not someone has bought your product after leaving your website? And the answer to that is they can use cookies to track the user along with a small line of code normally on the website in question. A cookie is a small file that can be stored on a user's computer via the browser. This allows a website or app to identify that user and to show them their preferences. Cookies are what allow you to automatically stay logged into Facebook, for instance. And cookies are also the reason that the adverts that show up in the sidebar on Google are eerily close to all of the things you're interested in. Been looking at holidays? Then a cookie will be stored by that website and they will work with their advertising partners to show you hotel and flight adverts. In the case of CPA, a cookie is used to look at the person who's clicking on your advert. Then, if the user with that identifying information should also try to buy a product on your website, they will have been tracked and the information will be fed back to the advertising platform. In a scenario where you only paid for each acquisition, you would then pay for those clicks only. More likely, the information will be fed back to your overall metrics along with those clicks that didn't yield a result, and you could then use this to calculate your CPA. So, who are the advertisers and publishers? Who earns from all of this? We'll look at the different CPA providers, called platforms, in detail a bit later on, but for now suffice to say that the platforms tend to be run by really big companies and websites such as Google and Facebook. If you use CPA through Google or Facebook, then your advert will be likely to appear on Google or Facebook respectively. In this case, of course, that company will be paid for each click. In other cases, it's possible to use CPA marketing across multiple websites. Google AdWords is Google's advertising platform that shows ads right on its search engines. But Google AdSense is a platform that shows adverts on the websites of participating publishers. So for instance, if you're someone who is selling a protein shake, you can use Google AdSense to have your adverts appear on websites about fitness. When you pay for your clicks or acquisitions, that money will then go to Google and the publisher. When paying only for your acquisitions or leads rather than per click, you may need to know what scrubbing and shaving means. Scrubbing means that advertisers, in other words you, don't have to pay for invalid or duplicate leads. So if you're paying for every person who signs up for your newsletter, then scrubbing means looking for instances where the same person has signed up twice or where they've signed up with a fake email. You then need to go back and not pay for that data. Likewise, if someone were to buy your product but their card was declined, you would then need to scrub that data to ensure that you are really only paying for each acquisition. And here is where things can sometimes get a little complicated. Meanwhile, shaving means that the advertiser is trying to be more selective about their leads and scrubbing leads that should be valid. This, of course, is unfair to the publishers. In the next video, we'll talk about CPA versus other forms of marketing. In this video, we're going to compare CPA to other forms of marketing. Now, compared with regular PPC marketing, CPA is much more goal-oriented and gives you a way to calculate the ROI from each and every click. And this makes a lot of sense if the page you're sending your viewers to is one where they can buy products. They will click on the link, and from there they might buy your product, sign up to your service, or otherwise spend some money with you. CPA also makes a lot of sense when you have another clear target in mind. The other obvious example here is getting people to sign up to a mailing list. In this scenario, CPA makes a lot of sense because, again, you're paying for the goal that you hope to achieve. While you won't profit in the short term from people signing up to your list, you should be able to monetize those emails later, and you'll be able to eventually get your returns. It's a longer process, but the end result should be the same. But there are some situations where CPA doesn't make as much sense or isn't as important. For instance, sometimes advertising will be used simply to increase awareness of a product or a brand, and in that case, the target can't really be measured. If you think of the advertising that you often see on TV, a lot of it won't have any clear call to action at the end. In other words, they don't tell you how much the product costs or where to buy it. They just make it look good. The idea here is to create a positive association and/or awareness for the product in your mind. Then, when you're out shopping and you see that chocolate bar or detergent or toothpaste, the hope is that you'll be more likely to pick it up. Increasing brand awareness has much more value than that, though, and will continue to reward the companies investing in that marketing for years or decades to come. If your objective is similar, simply to get people to know the name of your business, then CPA might not be the best choice, simply because you can't actually measure how aware someone has become of a brand or how impressed they've been by an advert. It's worth noting, though, that in order to make a brand a household name through conventional advertising, you would have to sink a huge amount of money into your campaign, and this is generally more of an investment than most small businesses can afford. CPA marketing, on the other hand, is suitable for smaller businesses because you'll know that you're making returns on all your advertising, thus reducing the amount of time until you break even. That said, the more money you can invest into your marketing, the more accurate the data describing your CPA will be. Remember, this is based on averages. The savvy internet marketer watching this may have noticed that CPA actually has a similarity with another type of promotion: affiliate marketing. Indeed, CPA is something like the missing link between PPC and affiliate marketing, and it has many of the advantages presented by each. Affiliate marketing is basically the process of paying commissions to marketers that promote your product. So, say you have an online course that you're promoting. With affiliate marketing, you could give out special URLs to marketers that they can use to refer sales to you. From here, you would then automatically give them a percentage of every sale they brought in. If they were to earn you 5 sales, then you would pay them something between 40 and 60% for each of those sales. The higher the percentage, the more people will likely work to drive leads your way. Likewise, you can also use affiliate marketing to pay people for generating leads on your behalf. Affiliate marketing then is in fact a form of CPA because you're only paying out each time someone actually makes you a sale or a lead. Again, you're paying action per lead. There are subtle differences between traditional forms of CPA and affiliate marketing, but we'll consider both options throughout this series. As a general rule, though, affiliate marketing tends to mean giving away a larger cut of your profits, but for a more guaranteed and steady ROI. It also gives the affiliate marketers the freedom to promote your product as they see fit, as opposed to publishing an advert that you designed. Generally, affiliate marketing works better for higher ticket items and for companies who are less concerned about presenting a particular image. There are a lot of options to play around with here, and finding the right system is one of the most important steps in ensuring that your campaign is successful. And that's what we'll be looking at in the next video. When it comes to CPA marketing, there are a few different options to consider in terms of the precise business model you want to follow and the specific platform you want to use. As we've already seen, sometimes CPA can mean you literally only pay when you get a sale, called CPS, or when you gain a lead, CPL. At other times though, CPA simply means that you calculate what your CPP, cost per click, is costing you per sale. In other words, how much of what you're spending on clicks is being translated into sales, and is that still profitable for you? On the face of it, CPA, and particularly CPL, is going to seem like the best choice. After all, why wouldn't you want to be able to stop paying for all those clicks that aren't earning you any money? Of course, it's not so simple though, or no other form of marketing would be as popular. One downside of a purely CPA advertiser is that they tend not to be the larger options. In other words, if you want to advertise on Google or Facebook, you're still probably going to have to pay for your clicks. Meanwhile, the options for pure CPA tend to look a little cheaper in comparison, and some have a slightly spammy feel that can be concerning for the greenhorn advertiser. Another reason to pick PPC with CPA functionality is that you'll usually pay less overall. Of course, platforms that only charge per lead are going to make money on considerably fewer clicks, and in order to make up for that, they have to charge more for each of them. Let's look at some of the different types of CPA platforms, how to choose the right one, and how to get started. The first pure CPA network to look at is Max Bounty. Max Bounty was formulated in 2004 and has quickly become one of the more popular CPA platforms, allowing advertisers to set up purely CPA, CPL and CPS campaigns. Take a look at the site, which you'll find here at maxbounty.com, and it feels somewhat concerning. At the time that I'm making this video, a sign-up bonus of $1,000 is on offer, which right away makes the site feel a little more like a shady binary options broker or a gambling site than a legitimate advertising platform. That said, if I click here on advertisers, the write-up for advertisers does hit all the right notes, and it says here, performance-based marketing is the perfect alternative for advertisers frustrated with the expensive and non-guaranteed results of CPM and CPC advertising. The CPA model, cost per action, is the optimal method of buying online advertising because the advertiser defines the actions they are seeking from a surfer in advance, a sale on the website, a form being filled, a download, etc., and only pays when that action occurs. In this model, publishers are encouraged to deliver high-quality targeted traffic because they only earn revenue when that action is generated. Beyond the norms of what defines cost-per-action marketing, Max Bounty's 9-year history as a CPA network enables us to stand above our competitors on the following manners. Affiliate review process. All affiliates seeking entry into the Max Bounty network are passed through an extensive quality assurance review process. Historically, 84% of all publisher applications are turned down and denied access to our advertisers. This helps limit fraud and ensures our traffic quality remains high. Aggressive compliance. Max Bounty is known for taking a stand against fraudulent publishers and deceptive sources of traffic. Our experience assists us to locate and weed out those rogue publishers, again ensuring the highest caliber of traffic quality. Global reach. Our network has over 16,000 affiliates that span all forms of traffic generation and include email list owners, search engine marketers, contextual traffic firms, social media experts, and co-registration delivery specialists. This wide-reaching group means we can successfully generate traffic for nearly every country across the globe. Whether your ad campaign is for American trial-based offers, Belgian surveys, Australian dating or Swiss ringtones, we have matching affiliates. And then you click on the link here to become an advertiser. Max Bounty allows the publishers to hand select which campaigns they want to run. As with other forms of CPA marketing, the advertiser needs to place a small bit of code onto their page, called a pixel, and the sales are tracked via cookies. Max Bounty does not accept affiliate schemes, only the regular CPA model. The setup process is a little awkward though, and while it's good that you need to be vetted, advertisers actually have to speak on the phone in order to set up their account, and this is not a common practice with the likes of Google. Advertisers also need to carry out scrubbing themselves. From the perspective of publishers, there are some concerning stories doing the rounds on the likes of the Warrior Forum, a forum for website owners and marketers, and you can find it here at warriorforum.com, that the network will sometimes ban people the day before they're due to get paid. Then again, such reports can often be found, and in many cases there will actually have been a violation of the platform's guidelines. And meanwhile, there are lots of success stories on the Warrior Forum surrounding Max Bounty too, although they're mostly from the perspective of publishers, not advertisers. So, in short, can you trust Max Bounty as a legitimate CPA network? Many people do and are very happy with it, but others report less positively on the network. Ultimately, you unfortunately need to make up your own mind and then try the platform yourself. The next site I want to show you is AdSend Media. AdSend Media, which you'll find here at adsendmedia.com, is another site that works similarly to Max Bounty. Although actually AdSend Media has a much more professional looking site, which is a little bit more reassuring. AdSend Media has an affiliate referral commission of 3%, and what this means is that you pay 3% of your sale for each click, which isn't bad. AdSend Media also has a wide range of options, allowing you to pay per install, per sale, per video, or per lead. The site is also quite big, and according to the site, they served over 1 billion ads between 2010 and 2014. They have over 20,000 offers, and the reviews on the Warrior Forum are again mixed to good. The next network to look at is AdGate Media, and there are some issues around this particular site. Here is one review of AdGate Media. As we are providing best CPA network daily on this site, and here is one more great CPA network which name is AdGate Media. AdGate Media is a private CPA incentive network. They have lots of offers to promote and the conversion rate is very consistent. AdGate Media is run by veterans of the incentive marketing industry. AdGate Media is another great network which is also working to help people to make their own comfortable living. Oh dear. Not exactly a high quality review there, and it's also not uncommon to find reviews like this. You can read more about this on onlinenetreviews.com, and there are other reviews online about AdGate Media that are word for word the same as this one, which again doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. And as I was saying, it's not uncommon to find reviews like this. Why? Because sites like these often pay commission for their sign-ups, and this is part of the reason that it's so hard to find reliable information on them that doesn't appear biased. Then again though, AdGate Media actually has a rather professional looking website, which is a good start, and claims to generate 50,000 leads per month. They also state that they've managed campaigns for the likes of Skype, Livono, eHarmony and Hotels.com. They have the ability to target by device and by location, and this is a useful feature. The company is small in terms of staff, but the reports about their trustworthiness are generally positive, and you can find out more here at adgatemedia.com. The next site I want to tell you about is cpalead.com. CPA Lead describes itself as an affiliate marketing platform despite its name. Established in 2006, it has a relatively good reputation within the CPA sphere, and they appear to take fraud and non-compliance very seriously. If you click here on the Advertisers tab, you can see here it says, is fraud or non-compliance an issue? Did you know that CPA Lead is the only CPA network that has been praised by multiple governing bodies, big brand businesses, national and state legal authorities for excellence in both compliance and fraud prevention? At CPA Lead, we don't believe in risking the business of our advertisers and support that statement by providing an unparalleled level of security. With your business on the line, you need to be able to trust your traffic sources, and CPA Lead continues to be the only CPA network to receive such high praise in this category. With CPA Lead, publishers will tend to publish offers, which can be for apps, for dating, for health and beauty, for insurance, and so on. As the advertiser, you pay the commission when you generate a lead from one of those publishers. In that way, it's much more similar to affiliate marketing. And finally, there's ProLeads Media. ProLeads Media, which you can find here at proleadsmedia.com, is another of the less respectable looking CPA networks and is relatively young, being formed only in 2010. The site has a referral commission of 3% and offers CPA, CPL, CPS and CPC marketing campaigns. It offers real-time tracking, but the site is marred by low-resolution images and a lack of information. There are plenty more CPA networks out there, which include the likes of Envious Media, AdWork Media, CPA Trend, Mundo Media and more. Just be wary. As we've seen, there are some low quality and shady networks out there, and if you use those, you might find your ads appearing on very low quality websites, which could damage your reputation. AdGate Media, AdSend Media and CPA Lead are generally the more trustworthy CPA platforms to try. Whereas Max Bounty may also be a safe option despite the somewhat low quality websites. Whatever you decide, make sure you do your research first. At the same time, expect to be dealing with a smaller company, to need to speak over the phone, and to potentially have a hard time getting your site accepted. Or choose another option altogether. And we'll talk about some of them in the next video. In this video, we're going to talk about the more straightforward affiliate platforms. These are tools that simply allow you to take a product and sell it from a landing page while inviting as many other marketers as you like to join in and help you make sales for a cut of the profits. This is affiliate marketing, not CPA marketing. But the two are functionally similar insofar as you'll be paying out only for successful transactions. Note that in some cases, your link and product won't actually be placed on your own site, but rather in the storefront of the network. Nevertheless, it's still a way to pay only for sales, if that is your objective. When it comes to affiliate platforms, there are three big options to choose from. The three big affiliate platforms are ClickBank, JVZoo, and WSO Pro, which is operated by Warrior Plus. So what's the difference between them? One notable difference right away is that WSO Pro is actually part of a forum, the Warrior Forum that we discussed already. WSO stands for Warrior Special Offers, and essentially it allows you to sell to members of that forum and to let other members of that forum promote your product too. This gives you a very large number of potential customers and potential affiliates to sell to, all of whom have an interest in earning money online. If you're selling something that's in this niche, such as an ebook or a course on web design or digital marketing for instance, then you'll find this a very good place to sell. WSO Pro will also work especially well for those people that are already active members of the Warrior Forum community. If you've built a reputation there as someone who's knowledgeable and helpful, then this will help you gain extra sales as people won't feel as if they're buying from a stranger. JVZoo and ClickBank, meanwhile, work independently of other sites or services. This is a good thing insofar as it means you have a larger audience to pick from, but it also means a less direct route to market. Of the three, ClickBank was one of the first big affiliate networks, and it's very well known as a result. However, it's dropped the ball somewhat and hasn't really updated itself as much as it should have. In many ways, the interface and options are dated and slow going, and it's a lot more difficult to set up. On the other hand, JVZoo is very easy to get started with and to integrate with an autoresponder. For those unfamiliar with the term, an autoresponder is a tool for sending out emails that's used by email marketers. This then means that you give your affiliates the ability to sell your product or referred leads via email, which can result in a large volume of traffic to your site. JVZoo also makes it very easy to set up sales funnels and to create other things that make life easier for your marketers. And what makes life easier for your marketers is likely to drive more sales to your products and items. One of the biggest considerations here, though, is the price. Here, WSO Pro is the most affordable option, followed by JVZoo and then ClickBank. Of the three, JVZoo is the best all-rounder, but if you're already a member of the Warrior Forum and you're selling a product that's in the Make Money Online niche, you'll be well suited to WSO Pro. That said, all of these platforms do somewhat prefer products that are in the digital marketing niche or industry.